Came out. All right, man. Hold up. There you go. Had to get back right, man. Man, what's going on, y'all? Hold on, let me put my headphones in. Them things that came out. Man, what's happening, y'all? Long time no talk. Been a minute, y'all. Been a minute. Had to handle some business. Had to get right. Had to move. You know, I had to do some things, man. But we here. So I seen a report. I believe it was earlier today about the Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy being fed up. Now we know about the history of the Joneses when it comes down to being a head coach. Their in their relationships with the head coach. You know, people have been telling Jerry Jones probably for quite some time, probably even some people within the organization, about maybe you should go ahead and give this GM thing to somebody else, right? And just focus on being the owner. You're a hell of an owner, but as a GM, what the hell are you doing? And, you know, in regards to seeing this report about him being fed up, I think it could be a number of things. One, some of the games that this man plays. Two, some of the decisions that he has made. Like, it's so crazy, right? The Dallas Cowboys have a lot of holes in this team now. A lot of uncertainty with this team now. And Mike is on his last year. And now Mike is on his last year with another defensive coordinator who seems like he's just happy to be there. And I'm going to tell you why it just seemed like he's happy to be there, because there's no way that a Mike Zimmer defense should have no certainty at D tackle, to have no bona fide real ones at D tackle. But he does. Well, he just got Osa. He got Mozzie, a rookie, some other undrafted free agent, like a lot of scrubs, right? Like, we just got to be real. Zim, they want Zim to make a miracle, but I don't think Zim's going to make a miracle. I think he's going to show improvement in other areas that we struggle with, in, such as, like, you know, run defense. But as far as the product that we're going to receive, I just have no hopes, no high hopes of it. It's going to be it's going to end in a result that, as Cowboy Nation, we've been wanting and longing for quite some time, which is a winning season, and winning season by the standards of Cowboy Nation. He's up for failure. Like this, like if you really look at this, right, y'all, this is an amazing off season. So look, it's so funny. You got uncertainty at the center position, right? So you don't know if you're rolling with Hoffman. You don't know if you're rolling with Cooper Beebe. You got so uncertainty. You got Zach Martin, who's coming off his worst year as a Cowboy. You got Terrence Steele, who's coming off, well, I ain't gonna say his worst season because his beginning seasons was terrible. But after when he got paid, it didn't look the way it was supposed to. People gonna blame it on the injury, but that ain't got nothing to do with the injury. Just like people told me to give Michael Gallup a shot. Oh, what's the knee injury? Come to find out, he did even worse than what he did when he came back. Oh, he's trash. Yeah, I know. It's been like that because I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm supposed to see. And what Terrence Steele did for this team, that ain't got nothing to do with the injury. I can tell you that right now. That has nothing to do with injury. So we dealing with uncertainty like that. Terrence Steele is better off when Terrence Steele is in the run game. But when Terrence Steele got to go ahead and deal with a quarterback and deal with an offense, I got to drop back 40 times. Man, that ain't Terrence Steele's strength. Pass blocking 50 times, that's not Terrence Steele's strength. You know? Niggas gashing his team more than it. Man. And his team is in a worse position than it was last season. You got uncertainty at center. Zach Martin come off his worst season, talking about retiring. So he not in it. He just going for the payday. He just gonna be there to play big homie, and he gone. Terrence Steele, there's so much uncertainty there. Hopefully he ain't sit over there and got paid and get ready to dip off. You got a stud and Tyler Smith, and then you got a rookie, and that's not a recipe for success. So yeah. So let's say, for instance, if one so you're hoping that either Hoffman or BB comes into play, or Tyler Guyton comes in and play to give us leeway, just in case you got to go and go get another body, because you can't hope to go try to get another body if both spots didn't work. Now, I'm not saying Tyler Guyton ain't gonna work, because he's gonna be a good player for this team, but he's a rookie. So you got to go ahead and deal with the ups and downs of a rookie. And then you got to deal with the running back situation, which is straight garbage. Our running back situation is garbage, man. Let nobody tell you differently. We want Zeke, man. Zeke is damn near a fullback, man. Zeke is damn near there to pass catch. And hopefully this man could give us a Brandon Roy game, a flashback game here and there. But Zeke ain't going to do shit. Let's just be honest. Zeke ain't going to do shit. He's not going to do nothing. Nothing at all. Zeke is old. He ain't do shit for the Patriots. What you think he going to do for him? He wasn't in the position. Man, look. We knew it was time for Zeke to go. But it's so crazy how they bring it. I never expected in a million years for Zeke to come back unless it was like his last year, or him signing like a 10-day or like a 1-day contract to retire as a Cowboy. I never expected Zeke to come back to this team. But here he is. And here he is probably your best two-down running back that you got. And Zeke should not be your best two-down running back what you got. This team is in trouble. Now, I still, right, when other people speak down on them, I still think highly of Deuce Vaughn, and I still think he can make a difference. But that's not enough, though, because you can't get Deuce Vaughn the ball 30 times a game. His frame not going to allow that. So you got to rely, and hopefully, see Zeke going to mess around, going to fuck around and have like 15 carries for like 50 yards or something like that. And then we're going to be talking about how he gave us some good dirty yards. Man, Zeke ain't about to sit over there and bust for no 18 carries and 100 yards. Man, them days is over with. Them days is over with. So you had to bring his homie back, because it could be Dax last year. You had to bring his homie back. Oh, man. So here what we got. CeeDee Lamb. You better pay the man or he get ready to hold out. So that's going to go ahead and be, so if it lasts the training camp, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So hopefully they pay him. And then and then who you got to rely on the other side of CeeDee Lamb? Gallup, scrub ass gone. And then you're relying on Cooks, who are injury prone. Say, for instance, if something was to happen to Cooks, the hell is you going to rely on as your number 2 wide receiver, Tolbert? We already seen that Tolbert can't handle that number 2 responsibility. Tolbert is a complimentary wide receiver. That's all he would ever be, is a complimentary wide receiver. So you got to rely on Tolbert. That's not good. You have nobody. You're going to be relying on, hopefully Brooks can step up. Hopefully the rookie. Then you got Turpin. Like, everybody is just complimentary wide receivers. 3 at best. You got to hope that you can get 17 games out of Cooks and a productive 17 games at that, because your quarterback already proved that he can't give his ass the goddamn ball. He out here missing him. Man, they're out there running seams up top, and he can't even throw the ball on a dime to Cooks, man. he probably done missed like 3-4 tugs to Cooks on the same damn play. But they ain't gonna tell you that shit. And then we gotta go ahead and deal with Dak Prescott, right? Who ain't won shit, never is gonna win shit. And he ain't gonna win nothing with this team, not right now. Shoot, it ain't like he won with other good teams. So what makes you think he gonna sit over there and put a damn near perfect team around him and he gonna do something? Now everybody gonna be making excuses for him. Oh man, he didn't have nobody this year. Man, what did he do when he had somebody? What did he do last year? Man, he got kicked out by a first-year starting quarterback, man. Get out of here, man. The man threw for two picks, pick sixes and stuff. He do that shit all the time in the playoffs. He did that shit last year with the 49ers. Throw that shit trying to go ahead and give it to Gallup, and they go ahead and throw a pick six, man. This is what he do in the big moment, and people don't see that shit. And this is what we got to go ahead and roll with. This is what we got to go ahead and try to have hopes to. A quarterback who will never perform. You got to hope CD fuck around and give you 2,000 yards again. You got to hope that man give you 2,000 yards again, man. Because if he don't, it's really going to look ugly because you're not going to have no run game. This team have so many holes to fill. They ain't going to be able to fill all these holes. They're hoping that these first and second year players could come in. Oh, don't get me started on the defense. The defense, what do you have? You have nothing in the interior. We want this man to work miracles. They said Mozzie was 305 pounds coming in. So you want this man to put on 20 to 30 pounds in a couple months and then be able to, come on, man, that don't make no fucking sense. What was he doing this whole time? Since the beginning, since the season ended until now, he should have been going to Golden Corral every goddamn day. He should have been going to Golden Corral every goddamn day. But did he? Hell no. So he's 305 pounds talking about Mozzie don't want the weight. Man, don't nobody give a fuck about what Mozzie want. This man said he likes to hit. How the hell you gonna hit somebody consistently at 310 pounds and you ain't even built like that? Let me tell you something, man. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit about the weight. I'm going to tell you why I don't want to hear that shit about the weight. It has been reported and confirmed that at times Aaron Donald was 260 pounds at D tackle playing 3 tech. Did you see Aaron Donald getting dragged like that 15, 20 yards down the field? Absolutely not. It's a mindset, and it's more than just technique and weight. It's a mindset. And he was getting dragged. Come on, I like to hit. Man, shut that soft ass shit up. He ain't really like that. And this is who you're trying to rely on. Should have sent his ass to Harbaugh. He back. Sent his ass over to Harbaugh. And then you got Osa. You're not going to pay Osa. That doesn't make any sense. So you should have got rid of his ass too. And then you go roll with Auburn. I didn't like what I seen from the Auburn D tackle. This is what they're doing with the Auburn D tackle. They hoping that they said, hey, man, you're big and you have some power in your hands. So we think with Zimmer, we could turn you around to be a serviceable D-Tech to at least rotate. When you didn't even have to be in a situation when you had somebody like Vanilla Gorilla and Bohannon to be able to give you something. You telling me right now that Vanilla Gorilla and Bohannon right now wouldn't be able to go ahead and be upgrades to what we got right now? It's them dumbass decisions that this team been making. No wonder Mike McCarthy fed up. I believe it. Mike McCarthy is fed up. And he can say that because this is his last year. He know that regardless of what's going on, unless he win a Super Bowl, he ain't coming back. So the writing been on the wall. We been see that. And don't nobody want Zim as head coach right now. This man, Al Harris, done messed around and got a hell of a promotion. Then went from being a DB coach to a DB coach / assistant head coach. So they thinking that they're going to try to follow the trend. Maybe if Belichick or somebody like that ain't available, let's go ahead and roll with the young coach trend. I'm seeing how this shit is being set up. And then don't get me started on defensive end. What we got at defensive end? Nothing. We got Lawrence. Okay, he gave us consistency, but his soft ass ain't no leader. He ain't leading shit. Yeah, he was a consistent, but he didn't give us nothing. It didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. He's scared to go ahead and get at number 11. Somebody should have beat the shit out of number 11 for all the shit that he be doing. But they let him slide. Man, if I had Michael Parsons in my goddamn locker room, I would have punched him in his shit. I'm sorry, I would have. Ain't no way that he gonna sit over here and do what he do and think he better than us and he don't perform in big games. We beat his ass. I'm sorry. See, man, people don't want to talk about that, but that shit goes on in the locker room. We beating his ass. That don't make no sense. And then we sitting over there talking about what's the dude that we drafted, man? Nealon. We think he is second coming of Tank. Don't you ever disrespect Tank like that. He's sorry. He's sorry. He will only have just a decent amount of success because the NFL product is sorry. So he gonna look better than what he should. But he's a sorry ass defensive end. They're keeping him at defensive end. He should have been going to defensive tackle. He a sorry ass defensive end. What Ben did you see? If he can't sit over there and Ben on Iowa, Central Michigan, or Western Michigan, whatever the hell he went against, what makes you think he gonna do it against NFL quality tackles who are better than them, who's more athletic than them, who is stronger than them? He's not gonna do nothing. All these damn content creators sitting over there feeding people a delusion. That's not it. What the is you watching? Y'all know what I sit over there and had on my thing, on my notes? He not it. He not it. So now all of a sudden, because he's a Cowboy, now I'm supposed to say he's it? No, that'll be a lie. I put on my notes, he's not it. Because he's not it. Now that defensive end, his best transition would have been at 3-tech. But it looked like that ain't the case. What a waste. And then what we got? Because then they sit up and talking about, oh, depends on his weight, maybe he might transition. You messed up. You didn't play for Hoku. For Hoku should have played. Don't nobody talk about him. But he's one of your better quality defensive ends. I know what I seen in preseason. He should have been playing. He should be playing this year. But don't nobody talk about him. Because you know why? Dumbass Sharif Floyd wanted to go ahead and talk about converting him to D-tackle. What an idiot. And we think because these players have played before that they know what they're talking about. No, they don't. These coaches suck. These coaches suck. Why would you put Fahoku at defensive tackle? He's just a big defensive end. What you thought that you wanted out of Nealon, you had that already. You fatten Nealon up and get him ready for D-tackle. Because if anybody can transition, he can. That's stupid. And then look who you relying on at linebacker. Old ass Kendricks. Well, how old is he? 34, 35 or something like that? You think that, so now we got to rely on this old ass who's like 2 steps slow, who's going to give us some type of improvement in the run game, but he's old. He's a step slow. And it's going to be in there because it's a real linebacker, but it ain't going to be what you think it is. But it's an improvement. Overshown. We love Overshown, but he ain't this shit. We said the same thing, and I love Overshown. Y'all remember when we talked about Overshown last year. I loved Overshown, but he ain't this shit though yet. We thought that Clark was going to be the second coming of a real LSU linebacker. He fucking sucks. He getting dragged by Dawkins 30 yards down the field. And they talk about playing him at Sam? Why? He's garbage. That ain't had nothing to do with the linebacker coach. No, none of that. And we know the linebacker coach sucked. But that ain't had nothing to do with the linebacker coach. It's because he is trash. He's trash. We're trying to put all this hope on Overshown, and he hasn't played yet. He got to go through his bumps and bruises too. It's linebacker. We're trying to fatten him up and get him into his grown man body. We're adjusting. Trayvon Diggs coming off of a major injury. Hopefully he gets adjusted. Who's on the outside playing corner? Who on the outside? I know you ain't talking about the Purdue cat. I know you don't want Bland. Bland will get his shit cooked out there consistently on the outside. He's serviceable, but he's better inside. He's more like Anthony Brown, right? Going ahead, playing some outside, playing some inside. But permanently, he needs to be playing on the inside. You see, I'm sorry. How the can you sit over there and be one of them ones and you giving up 200 and something yards against the Seattle Seahawks? We just got to be real here. There's no way that you should be giving up 200 something yards to the Seattle Seahawks. And then you bring what, Lewis back? Come on, man. Come on. Who are we relying on? We messed up. Kelvin Joseph and Rashawn Wright was supposed to be the one taking over. They ain't did shit. Safety, but decent, I guess. We roll with it. But other than that, this is your team. Oh, don't get me started on number 11. This mother think he a defensive end talking about 20 sacks, and he ain't gonna set the edge. He gonna do the same shit he been doing. He gonna do the same shit, y'all. It ain't gonna be no change. It's gonna be the same thing. The same thing. He ain't no leader. So I don't know why we expect leadership from him. Talking about he ain't talked to. Come on, man. I seen that. I seen all that, y'all. I seen all that. He meant that. He meant that. Compromise. Fuck we compromising for? You ain't did shit. You did shit against bums. Mike Zim is proven on what he can do. You ain't did shit. Against the Niners, what you do? You quit. Against the Buffalo Bills, what you do? You quit. Against the Detroit Lions, you almost cost us the game by being undisciplined. You selfish mother. Who are you? You ain't nobody. I don't know why people be kissing their ass. Especially kissing his ass. Thinking he all seen it. Like I said, that's the problem when somebody's been so good, talent-wise, that's received no coaching. He didn't receive no coaching in the Little League. He didn't receive no coaching in high school. I bet you at Penn State, they let him do what the hell he wanted to do. And now look at this shit. You think look how somebody that's coached worked it down from Nick Saban compared to this scrub ass motherfucker. You see a difference. Look at the Bama boys over here in Washington. You ain't talk like that? No. They about business. They said, I hate losing. What this scrub ass motherfucker doing? Oh man, we gonna be fine. Oh, I thought our defense played. How? If the Panthers had more talent, the Panthers would have beat your ass. They was running on y'all. So what's up? Miami, it's a soft-ass team, but they pulled it out. Man, stop. All this hope for what? I don't have no hope. They're going to have to make me into a believer. I know they're going to be like, you know, when we have high expectations for the Cowboys, they don't come through. But when we have low, they over-exceed it. I don't think that's the case this year, man. We got too many holes that they can't fill. You have multiple. You best to hope that your rookies, and don't even get me started on the Notre Dame one. I don't like him. His best attribute was rushing the passer. We got that. In number 11, a linebacker that want to rush the passer. We already got that. We wanted a real linebacker. We got that already. You got to give that marriage dude specific. You got to give him specific things to do. Because I don't give a fuck what he know in a classroom. You have to give him specific things to do. Because if you give him all the responsibilities of a linebacker, he ain't going to do shit. Nothing. I know what I seen. Like I said, the best picks that your Cowboys had was with the offensive line, BB and Guyton. Them were your best picks. You got to remember, man, this same corner, I watched the goddamn, this same corner that we drafted as Oh man, he's been rolling on instincts, man. This whole time he's been coached. It's the same corner that was getting his shit cooked by Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman lit that motherfucker up for 2 touchdowns, and it should have been 3 tugs. This is the same corner that got lit up by some dude, man, for some college that I don't even remember. But that motherfucker like D2, D3, some scrub ass college. And he was a nobody and lit him up downfield. Shouldn't have happened. So when these people get up on this mug and try to hype this team up, no. For what? What do you see? What do you see? I see so many holes everywhere. This team has so many holes, y'all. And it ain't like it got superior coaching. It ain't like D'Amico Ryan's in his mug coaching these boys up. It ain't like, oh, the pieces just fit. Forget the names, the pieces just fit. It ain't that situation. You got Mike McCarthy, regardless of what he done, you've been getting bounced around in the first round. You didn't look good against Green Bay. You got smoked by Green Bay. You got smoked by Love. And you got smoked by Rodgers when he was with Green Bay. And then you got smoked by Love, his successor. Back-to-back seasons. Back-to-back. This team been taking this Green Bay Packer ass whooping in the playoffs for too long. Ain't this like Dak's third time getting bounced out by Green Bay? It's like his third time in the playoffs, right? David Irvin ain't here to save him. And they don't get me started on why they would even try to see and then number 11 gonna hit these motherfuckers for their pockets. You know number 11 gonna hit them for their pockets if they trying to pay him. Then they talking about, and then I see something about, I hope that reported fall. And then you talking about paying Dak? What the going on here? Why would you pay players? To me, out of them three, the only one who's worth the paycheck is CD. Rich. Gilly's still on the couch. Low key, Gilly was, yeah. Even though Gilly lost 2 steps, Gilly's smartness will say, I mean, because Gilly would get cooked too, across that middle. But with the schedule that we had, Gilly did what he was supposed to do. This ain't looking good, y'all. I think about this shit, right? Even though I ain't been on in a minute, I think about this shit damn near daily, man. And I really had to like take a step back, like, yo, I don't know what to expect, but I hope this ain't gonna be a frustrating season, man. Because y'all remember hearing me, man, even when we win, how you would hear how I wouldn't have too much optimism because of what I've seen in certain things, man. Like, man, we still got punked in the run game, though, man. We still was looking soft, though. And that's what came to bite us. People like, damn, man, you don't say nothing positive. Man, it's what I see. And what I see right now, man, it's not looking too good, man. I ain't seeing what I'm supposed to see. Oh, man. Trevor Lawrence. See, let me tell you something. Trevor Lawrence did something more spectacular than that. Trevor Lawrence made the Jaguars relevant. Trevor Lawrence took the Jaguars to the playoffs. Regardless of what they play, Dak could never go ahead and take that responsibility and take a team to the next level. When have we've seen this before from the Dallas Cowboys? We've had better quarterback play from the Dallas Cowboys. What when you look at what Dak done, right? What does Dak do that just makes his team so much better? He's been for the longest. He's been scared to use his legs. Last year was like probably a better year of him using his legs. But we've been telling this fool to use his legs for I don't know how many times. When Dak was out, Cooper Rush was winning his games. But they're gonna say for us to overlook it. In all reality, you shouldn't, because that should tell you something. I think they scared to go ahead, and I think they know Trey Lance is going to take over and do what he's supposed to do, and they don't want that to happen right now. I think the Dallas Cowboys is holding that man back because I seen Trey Lance throw that ball. I know what I seen. Trey Lance could throw that ball. And going off with a quarterback, like Josh Allen is having success in the league, all right? So if Josh Allen can have success, I know Trey Lance can have some success. I ain't saying Trey Lance is going to be Mahomes. I ain't saying Trey Lance is going to be Burrow. But I'm saying that what this team needs, Trey Lance is going to give you just that. Look, we need plays. We need plays. We don't need no quarterback who's scared in the clutch, who's scared in big moments. And Dak Prescott has earned every single criticism when it comes out to him in big moments that he could possibly get, because he's never shown us that he could perform in big moments. They could talk about Jared Goff all they want to, but Jared Goff has took two teams to the NFC Championship. Jared Goff really should have took two teams to two Super Bowls, but that Detroit defense failed him. Right, yeah. I seen that, King. Oh, they talking about his low throwing motion. They talking about, oh man, he need to have the ball higher. Oh, he need, man, stop. Because when Trey Lance out there making 40-yard, 50-yard touchdowns with his legs, and the cool thing about it is, right, I never even came in when we drafted Dak to even have the expectation of Dak to be lighting shit up. I'm like, Dak might be one where, like, you know, we want something like 200 yards, maybe like 60 yards rushing, something like that, right? But with the quality of the NFL, and Dak gave us just that. Pretty much damn near around that with his legs, right? His rookie year. But, you know, they think Dak is a pocket QB. We went against less competition. The NFL is down. So Dak looked like he a better quarterback than what he is. He's not all that, y'all. Some of the same things that I seen at Mississippi State is some of the same things I see with him right now. They gonna be like, oh man, he beat LSU, man. Oh man, he had the Mississippi, man, in the tough, man. So what? And there what? What's his name? Troy Smith. Man, that Heisman Trophy winner, they ain't do shit. Taj Boyd looked good at Clemson. He ain't did shit. What the TCU quarterback? He ain't did shit. Like, they really sit over there and pick that Oregon quarterback in the top 10, man. So that's how you know. That's what I'm saying. If that Oregon quarterback, the former Auburn quarterback, if he can go that goddamn high, then Trey Lance gonna play some good football. If this is the way that the quarterback position is coming into play, when you got really a half the field seeing quarterbacks, you telling me that Trey Lance can't exceed when you got quarterbacks that ain't really seeing the field the way it's supposed to? They got scheme specific things for the quarterback. They only seen half the field. You telling me that Trey Lance can't succeed in a situation like that? Stop. That's just that hate, man. That's just like, man. They with these females, man, and she keep cheating on them, and they be like, oh man, She ain't gonna cheat on me no more. And the same shit just keep happening. That's Dak Prescott to these fools, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. They can't sit on, man, they can say what they want. But Dak Prescott has beaten bums these past few years. Bums. 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 And when he play against a team who ain't playing with him, he get his ass beat. The Niners wasn't playing with him, beat the shit out of him. Remember that Broncos game? Beat the shit out of him. When the team really put it on him or really want to play some defense against him, he don't know what to do. But of course, he could light up the New England Patriots, the Chargers. Man, who the hell? Of course, he could light up scrub ass teams. But when the funk really go down, when the team really go ahead and really bout some shit, man, that's really ain't gonna play with him. What are you gonna do? Shit, that's why the Lions wanted the Dallas Cowboys. They're like, man, we wanted the Cowboys, man, because you know what the Lions was gonna do. So, shit, man, hell yeah, come on, man, 3 times. Any team worth the damn that's gonna play ball is gonna beat the hell out of Dak Prescott. And these teams want to get this man a shot. Man, come on, man. Come on. I have no hope for Dak Prescott to do anything. And with the current makeup, with the current roster, I can let you know right now he ain't going to do shit. So you'll just be paying him to what? To try to rebuild? Why would you pay a quarterback that amount of money when you're trying to retool your roster? That's stupid. And he ain't even the chosen one. He ain't Burrow. He ain't Mahomes. He ain't one of the ones. So why the hell would I pay him? You see what the Pittsburgh Steelers did? They was able to go ahead and find them a Gucci shirt at Payless. They went to find them some Yeezys at Payless, man. They went to go, man, they fucked around, man, and got Fields as a backup and Russell Wilson as their starter. And if none of them work, they won't pay a price. You know how smart that is? And Russell Wilson right now is better than Dak Prescott. You know how smart that is? But we sitting over there thinking about giving the quarterback a lot of money. Man, that's stupid. We thinking about paying a pass rusher who ain't worth a damn, who has no technique, who has no hands, who has no size, who has no desire who has no desire to set the tone, who has no desire to really stop the run. All he want to do is get to the quarterback. Micah Parsons right now was just going ahead and just doing what he want to do. And he just want to go here. He want to use Jerry Jones and make as much money as he can without putting his body on the line. Am I mad at it? Fuck no, I'm not mad at the hustle. I'm not mad at it at all. But at the same time, man, I know what it is. Quit lying. See, if he never opened up his mouth, if he never ever, come on, man, if he never opened up his mouth, and if he was a real baller, I wouldn't have no problem doing what he do. They think it's because of podcast, man. I give a damn about a podcast. If Michael Parsons was about what he was said that he about, and he was a real one, man, I wouldn't have no problem with what Michael doing. He can say whatever the hell he wants to, because I know when it's time to play football, he gonna ball. That's what these Cowboy content creators don't get. I don't give a damn what he say. I just give a damn if he backs it up. But then it becomes a problem because I know you full of shit and you ain't gonna back it up. I don't care if you was what they want to call him, a diva. If you was if you got ugly on the field, that's all that matters. I don't care that you're making business decisions, because when you on the field, that's all that matters. I don't give a shit about what you do in your personal life. But I know you soft. I know the shit that you say as far as being a leader, taking accountability, playing ball, making plays when it count. I know that you're not going to do none of that. So that's where my issue is with Michael Parsons. If Michael Parsons want to shut me up this year, then goddamn it. If not, I ain't trying to hear none of that. None of that. But yeah, man. That's my little rant, man. I had to get that shit off my chest, y'all. If you ain't, I've been holding that in, man. I had to get that off my chest, y'all. I really did. Cause this shit crazy, man. It really is. It really is. But we back, man. Training camp is around the corner, man. So we back. We back. I don't know what to expect, but hey, we riding together, ain't we? We riding. We're whatever the hell's gonna happen. I'm here with y'all, man. We go through the agony and the pain with y'all. But all right, y'all, man. Till the next time, y'all. We gone, man.